We're watching films on the toilet, because that's what dads have to do. When the movie's unsuitable for your kids, then pretend you need a number two. If you need a break from your family or spouse, there's a lavatorial picture house. Watch Terminator 2 while you're sitting on the loo. Enjoy the whole of Rambo 4 with your trouts on the floor. We're watching films on the toilet. How about you?
Should we talk through our process for starting a podcast?
What's our process?
We just look at each other for a long time.
We do.
And I usually wait for you to make a noise.
Yeah.
I'm very reticent to start the podcast chat.
I just say the first thing that comes into my head, or make the first sound that comes into my head.
It's basically cowardice on my part. I don't want to look stupid.
I know that I can't rely on you to make a start. So I literally make a sound.
And that's good. That just kind of like breaks the ice.
And then you're like, oh, stupid sounds again, even though deep down you're thinking,
thank God.
Thank God he said something.
Thank God someone's done something.
Which is, yeah, I mean, I guess it comes across as you being constantly frustrated, but I know that really you're relieved and grateful.
Well, I need you, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you do. You definitely do need me. You're the only person.
That's right. Certainly not that wife of yours.
Oh God, she doesn't need me. She's made that very clear.
Well, she says that to you instead of saying goodbye, doesn't she? Right, I'm just heading off. I don't need you. And then the front door closes.
It's fine.
Every time she gives you like a birthday card, Christmas card, she'll just write, "You mean nothing to me."
Yeah. She doesn't even write my name anymore.
To save time, she bought herself one of those stamps. So she'll just be like,
yeah, that's it.
And then give it to you.
Yeah, that's it for me and my children and all our relatives. She just bang, 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 bang.
Everyone, like her boss at work.
Yeah,
she'll do it for. I mean, gosh.
Like, oh, haha, you mean nothing to me.
Oh,
nice.
again.
Everyone just accepts it.
Well, I mean, when she does Secret Santa, it's a dead giveaway, isn't it?
Yeah.
I once did an office Secret Santa. The lady who I bought a gift for had taken it way too seriously.
Yeah.
And she'd bought someone a DVD player back when they were about £40.
What?
£5 spending limit.
That's mental.
And so I had bought her a pair of novelty salt and pepper shakers. And a bag of chocolate coins. Yeah, I've never seen anyone look more cross. But I kind of revelled in my anonymity. It was great.
I didn't do this one, but I was party to it being exchanged. Some people who I know at a workplace, they gave someone a blow-up man doll. And they inflated it and put it in a cupboard. So it was ready for the exchange. Mm-hmm. And the person who received it was deeply offended. I thought it was amazing.
That makes it even better.
I mean, it had all the blow-up parts.
Did it? Was it wrapped up in paper?
I think that bit was. But, yeah, the person who got it really didn't like it.
Oh, I think you have to have a bit of a sense of humour with those sorts of things.
Oh, yeah, you should. I mean, that just suggests, like, that they were embarrassed and just really wanted to take it home and use it.
Well, she's probably got one already.
Exactly. Oh, I've got this.
Whoever that person is, she should be ashamed of herself for boning a blow-up doll.
Well,
what was her name? What was her full name?
I'll tell you later.
Okay. Then I'll tweet that out.
Yeah.
Hashtag filthy blow-up doll bitch. Don't know why I got so rude at the end.
That is rude. Welcome to our podcast. What is this? Episode 29.
God damn it.
Are you kidding me?
Can't believe we made it this far.
So yeah, this is watching films on the toilet, which we do talk about films, but later on.
We do. Yeah.
And we're a couple of dads, couple of working dads who we like to watch films, like really violent lad films with lads. You know what I mean? Watch the films with lads.
Don't watch your films for the birds.
Oh, yeah. We can watch that in bird films, hey. Film with lads, isn't it?
Hey, get that film for the birds and bog off with it.
Kids can't watch a film for lads.
Hey, Derek, get out of here. You can't watch Die Hard 3.
Yeah, go upstairs, watch one of them bird films with your mother. So we can't watch the films for the lads, so we go and sit on the toilet and watch them, don't we?
We do indeed.
And then we chat about them.
So this week we've been watching the 1996 Peter Jackson directed movie, The Frighteners.
It's a nice introduction.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It's a different voice to usual. There was a bounce to it. There was a lot of joy.
That'd be short-lived.
Yeah, that's why it stood out. We'll be talking about that later. Looking forward to it. First of all, Eamonn, we've got some actual correspondence. A genuine letter that someone else outside this podcast.
This is an actual first.
Not you and me, has written. So last week, we received a letter from Pierce Brosnan.
Pierce Brosnan
saying, he called me out and said that I'd been racist to the Irish and that I'd offended him about driving the Bond franchise into the ground. Now, I know he mentioned me by name, but you and me read between the lines. And what he really meant was Alex, our guest on that podcast, had really upset him. That's what he meant, wasn't it?
We both very quickly redirected that anger towards someone else.
Alex heard this and he has written a letter back to Pierce Brosnan.
Oh!
Now, he probably could have sent it straight to Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah.
But I think we'll deliver the message for him.
Yeah, okay.
I think this will give it some closure, the whole situation.
Sure.
So, this is Alex's letter from Mr. Alex Robson of Penny's Pizza fame. Dear Pierce, if that's your real name, it's probably not. It's probably Patty O'Brosnan, you phony. It's quite confrontational opening, isn't it?
Yeah.
I used to enjoy your Bond films, except Die Another Day. That was atrocious. I mean, what happened there? Seriously. Did you look at yourself when filming that movie and think, what in the f***ing hell am I doing, boyo? But I digress. After your rude message, I can only feel like you are someone that I want to die now. Not another day. I want you to die now. I'm sorry, I can't do this. Your Bond movies are some of my faves, and I watch GoldenEye and Tomorrow Never Dies all the time. In all honesty, the guys made me write this. They've strapped me to a chair, butt naked. My balls are hanging between my legs as we speak. Eamonn is swinging a big old rope and laughing maniacally, and Ben is in the corner filming the whole thing. He's also naked. I don't know why. The whole thing is a bit weird. Just know, Pierce, that you didn't kill the Bond franchise, and you are one of the greats. If you can somehow save me from this... Oh! Sorry, this is a voice text, and they just smacked me right in the Brosnans with that rope. Got to go. Please send help. P.S. What I did say about Die Another Day, though, was true, and I said that of my own free will. Seriously, mate, what was that? When did you think this is gonna be good? Utter bollocks. And there you go. So that was his reply. It was a transcript of a voice message that he left.
Got it.
Yeah, that's why I read it.
Yeah, I think we're covered now.
Yeah.
Editorially.
I think that was nice.
Well, it was nice to Pierce. It wasn't nice to us.
No, it wasn't nice to us. It put us in quite a predicament, didn't it?
Yeah, and actually, all that stuff did happen, but Alex asked us to do it.
Yeah, he was like, oh, please, can we recreate the scene from my favourite Bond film, Casino Royale, please?
That was one of the conditions under which he did agree to do the podcast.
Yeah.
He was like, yes, I'll do it if you strap me up and brutalise my ball bag.
And we weren't naked.
No.
We were both dressed as Mads, weren't we?
Yeah.
We both had bleeding eyes.
Yeah, well, after I'd seen his ball bag take all that punishment.
Your eyes bled.
My eyes bled. No one wanted to see that. And I was like, seriously, Alex, they're ginormous now. We should stop. And he was like, no, more. Do you remember they got so big when he tried to stand up from the chair? The chair stuck to him because they ballooned and they couldn't fit through the hole.
I think he's still carrying that chair around, isn't he?
Yeah.
Wherever he goes.
He has to walk in a funny way. He has to kind of like lean forward like an old guy because he has a chair on his back because of his gigantic ball bag. We'll see what Pierce Brosnan has to say about that.
Do you think he'll be in touch again?
Oh, I think he'll be in touch.
Good. There you go. That was our first actual letter.
Yeah, we were really rude about the person who wrote it. So let's see if we get any more.
I mean, he's taken a lot more punishment to his undercarriage than that, so...
His balls now look like another set of buttocks below his actual bum, because they're so big.
Wow, there's an image. Good. Good.
You know, space hoppers, he uses them like that. That's how he gets around.
Like a space hopper.
Yeah, so he'll jump up and down on them. He's addicted to the sweet pain of having his ball bags, like, beaten up.
Up and down the stairs.
That's right.
Oh, Eamonn, doth thou have some toilet newseth?
Oh, well, good question.
It was an oldie question.
Not a lot of great toilet news out there. I mean, nighttime toilet habit could be sign of aggressive cancer, warn medics.
Ooh.
Do you want to see if that has any funnies in it?
Not sure if that'll ping.
No.
No.
The 7 best toilet bidet attachments your butt will thank you for in 2021.
Wow, there's a breakdown.
I mean, I found out there's one. It says 40% of Americans would rather clean their toilet than commute to work. I remember you told me one of the funniest stories I ever had, which was about someone on the bus in Tooting who was speaking loudly on the phone.
Yeah.
Another person didn't take kindly to that.
I don't remember that story.
Really? You were in a bus in Tooting, and you know how they kind of have like raked seats on some buses, so they sort of like the seat behind you is upper level.
Yes.
So there's a lady on the phone who's speaking really, really loudly.
Yeah.
And there's an older lady behind her who's getting increasingly cross.
Yes.
With this person on the phone, and eventually she just, with a flat hand, banged the other lady on top of the head and went, "Shut up!"
Wow. Yeah, I hadn't thought about that for a very long time.
Do you remember it now?
Yeah, I do.
It's a brilliant story. I love it.
Shut up. It was an excessive reaction,
Yeah.
but a brilliant one.
And what did the lady on the phone do?
I think she was really quite shocked that she'd been assaulted.
Yeah, that's essentially what it was. It was an assault.
She was assaulted by another passenger.
This is a great story. Again, this is not mine. This is our good friend Ben.
Yeah.
Not you. There are other people called Ben.
Yes,
This is one of them.
there are. We happen to have a few friends called Ben, yeah.
Yeah, super confusing. He was on the train again in London. I think he's going into Victoria.
Yeah.
And there's a weird old man got on.
Yeah.
And it was one of those like areas where there's 6 seats facing each other. And there was just like one lady there, and there's loads of other space. But he said, I think he said something like, I'm going to sit here.
Yeah.
Like near this lady, and she went, "If you like."
Yeah.
And he took massive umbrage with that, and it was just like, if you like, and just kind of like went off on one.
He did.
And clearly insane.
Yeah.
Because he then started to sort of like, was grandstanding, and was trying to be like, explain to this woman how important he was.
Yeah. He claimed to have written some of the greatest songs of all time.
So it's like, all along the watchtower, that was me. And he'd be like, so he'd take credit for like, gimme shelter, that was me. If you like.
If you like, that's right. And if you like stuck, isn't it, after that?
We started saying if you like to each other a lot.
We did.
After that, if you like.
Yeah. Do you want a drink? If you like. Wow, there was a whole lot of nostalgia there.
Yeah. What other repressed memories do you have, Ben? Because you forgot about the time you were kidnapped in France.
Yeah, I thought you might bring that up. I wasn't kidnapped.
Remember that time you got buried alive for 48 hours?
Wasn't buried alive. I was just left in a coffin. It was an open coffin.
Open coffin. You liked the look of it.
Yeah.
So you climbed in, fell asleep, and then you got buried.
Yeah, just not buried, just trapped. There's a difference. In fact, that Brian Reynolds film where he's in the coffin, should it be called buried or should it just be called trapped?
Is he buried?
I think the coffin is buried, but he's not buried. Are you buried if you're in a coffin that's been buried, or are you trapped in a coffin?
No, you're buried.
But if you've been buried, shouldn't you be outside of the receptacle?
Which is why when someone gets buried, they just chuck the body into a big hole, don't they?
Exactly.
And then pile a load of dirt on top.
He's been buried. And what I'm saying is they should have called that film Trapped in a Coffin. Ryan Reynolds is trapped in a coffin.
I really hope one day we can do list of most overrated actors because he would be the very top of mine.
Oh, would he?
In a battle of the Hollywood Ryans, Gosling would fucking bury him
Oh, God.
in a box.
Undoubtedly. Gosling's a god.
He's the best.
He's the very best of men.
He is.
Another repressed memory. My dad, reasonably, used to hate Jim Davidson, which makes complete sense. But Jim Davidson used to host Big Break. And one time, it was a Saturday night, we were all excited about watching TV, and Big Break came on. Rather than changing the channel, my dad unplugged the television. And that was the end of TV for Saturday night.
Amazing.
He was just like, oh, no. And that was it. That was the end.
Bless him.
Classic Les. Little trip down memory lane for me and Eamon there. People get to know us a bit more, you know. Let them in. Let the dogs in.
That's going to stick, isn't it?
Yeah. I hope you enjoyed that, dogs. I hope you enjoyed that. Getting to know me and Eamon a bit more.
Yeah.
Well, just for those that don't know, the dogs is now the affectionate term that we've coined for our listeners.
Yeah, that's what we called.
We tried toileteers, didn't we?
Yeah, and the toilet ducks. You weren't having it.
Didn't stick. So
Didn't
now
like it at all.
you're the dogs.
Now you're the dirty dogs.
Dirty dogs.
Yeah.
My friend Eamon, how did you watch The Frighteners?
Well, this is a bit of a novelty because we've seen the last couple of things in the old picture house.
We have in the old picture house.
So yeah, it took me 8 sittings. What about you?
You know, I was real happy to get back on the bog. It took me about 6, slightly less than you, but I welcomed it.
Yeah, for those of you who have been going like, been going to pictures the whole time, we're allowed. The format's pliable.
Yeah, what do you want us to do? Watch the recent films illegally on the toilet? That's a different podcast.
That's for geese. That's what geezers do.
Yeah, but you are a geezer, Eamon.
Well,
You
yes,
claim
I
to be
do.
a geezer.
So I do that.
Oh, I see.
That's what I'm saying.
Shh, keep it
Yeah.
quiet.
I do that, but you don't do that.
No, I'm not a geese though, am I?
You're not a geese, no.
No. What am I?
Prat.
Pratt. That's a word. That's a word in a long time.
Oh, what about this? A pillock.
I think I preferred Pratt. Pillock felt quite nasty.
I think pillock is better than prat, isn't it?
Is it? They're both similar, aren't they?
Yeah, they're kind of the same thing, aren't they?
I can't think of any old words. No, they were just too rude.
Donut.
Donut works. A bugger. No, that's different.
A people trafficker. Do you remember when you used to traffic people?
I didn't mind what sort of people. I just
You do all sorts.
I did.
You just trick a bunch of people into your van and then you just traffic them somewhere.
I didn't have anything else to do on a Saturday night. I wasn't allowed to watch Big Break, so I'd just go and traffic some people.
Sodom.
Pillocks.
Pillock.
Get in the van, you pillock.
And in fairness, when someone says that to you, gut reaction is to jump in the van.
Exactly.
Yeah, you want to look like even more of a pillock.
You don't want to lose. Is it lose face? Is that a term?
Exactly. The families are sad, but other than that, ethically it's clean.
Yeah, they're quite sad.
Yeah.
What did you drink upon for me?
Well, the film's called The Frighteners, so I thought I'd drink the scariest drink there is.
I know what that is.
Why? What do you think it is?
I know, but you say.
Oh, I thought you knew. Fernet Branca, our old friend Fernet Branca.
That is what it is.
Horrible.
Oh, how much did you have?
I drank half a pint.
Half a pint of Fernet Branca. Ooh. Imagine that gave you a bit of a tum.
I did. I had to drink a litre of milk afterwards to kind of settle my tum.
Like hot ones.
Yeah, but it then curdled with a Fernet Branca in my stomach, which made me even worse. So then
that's
I
gross.
drank some hot coffee to take the edge off the milk.
Oh.
But that made it even more sour.
So you had some chili sauce.
Then I had some chili sauce.
Yeah.
And then I drank just a load of lemon juice.
Yeah.
But it netted out fine in the end.
Of course it did. He's a geese.
Of course I am.
He's a geese. He's got a stomach like iron. He's a geese, isn't he?
Hello, my name's Eamonn. I'm a geese. This is my friend Ben. He traffics people.
Hello.
mean, that's really Walkies behaviour when you think about
Oh, get in the van, you pillock.
it. So anyway, you've got a minute 13. All right, are you ready?
All right, here we go. So, Michael J. Fox plays a former architect who gets rid of unwanted ghosts from people's houses. Turns out these unwanted ghosts are actually friends of his, which he gained the ability to see after he was involved in a traumatic car accident which resulted in the death of his wife. In the small town of Littleton, where Michael J. Fox lives, people have been dying of apparent heart attacks, which are the work of a nasty ghost who is reaching into their chests and stopping their hearts. Only Frank sees the truth, and when a weird FBI agent gets involved, he pins the murders on Frank. Thankfully, the widow of one of the recently deceased murder victims has a crush on Frank and promptly breaks him out of prison and freezes him so he can do some investigating as a ghost. He discovers that the murderous spook is really Jake Busey, the ghost of a serial killer whose ashes are being looked after by his living psycho lady friend, Patricia. Michael J. Fox is brought back to life only to die again in a confrontation with Patricia, but in ghost form he manages to drag the evil spirits into the light before they're dragged down to hell by a demon worm. Michael J. Fox is sent back to Earth to live a happy life and has a nice picnic with his new grieving girlfriend. The end.
Oh, I mean, that was pretty much 113 exactly.
It was only taken me a year, but I'm getting better at it.
Crushing it.
The Frighteners. I can't think of many films that are kind of the perfect amalgamation of two directors' work. It's Tim Burton meets Sam Raimi, and it is like just those two things squeezed together. I mean, you've even got a Danny Elfman soundtrack, which is very Burton. The aesthetic, and then the gore and the zombie ghost comedy is super Evil Dead, Sam Raimi.
The only Sam Raimi movies I've watched are the Spider-Man ones.
There's a lot of the stuff he did in Evil Dead. The camera as the point of view as the monster, particularly in Spider-Man 2. There's the scene where they put Doc Ock's arms on. It's full-on horror.
Yeah.
That's Raimi in a nutshell.
I've never watched any of Peter Jackson's really early films like Bad Taste and Brain Dead.
They're very Sam Raimi.
Oh, okay. Is the Beatles documentary, is that very sort of Sam Raimi, kind of gory and...
Yeah, so there's a part in that where John Lennon's guitar gets possessed by a demon and you see everything from the point of view of the guitar. And it just starts hammering Ringo's face in. And then Paul's like, oh, I'm a ghost now.
It's still, that is not as annoying as Yoko Ono.
That's true.
Do you know what? I'm just saying that. That's a borrowed opinion. I have no opinion on Yoko Ono whatsoever.
I know she ruined it.
Somehow. Apparently, yeah.
Anyway, tonally, I enjoy the film. Comedy horror is very difficult to pull off.
Yeah.
To make something scary is really hard. To make something funny is hard. To make something scary and funny...
Yeah.
Do you think they pulled it off in The Frighteners?
I do, yeah. I thought it was really engaging, the tone and feel of it. I think it was critically quite well received, but commercially, I think it maybe got back its box office.
It was meant to be kind of a showcase of the New Zealand film industry. At one point, I think it had the most effect shots in a film, ever.
Which is incredible.
Yeah.
If you look at the budget, I think it's only 27 million or something.
They had to turn that around, and they showed it to Universal, who loved it. And they said, okay, we like it so much, we're not going to release it on Halloween anymore. We're going to make it one of our summer blockbusters. So instead of being released in late October, it was released in July.
So that's a bad choice. What do you think of the casting of Michael J. Fox? Do you think it was good casting there?
It felt like the character was older than Michael J. Fox.
Yeah, exactly.
Because he's Marty. I liked him though. How did you feel about him?
Sort of the same, because I like him so much and associate him with that role. I can feel a great deal, but I did think that he's not right for this. I was trying to think about a mid-90s actor who would be good for that role. It's basically someone who's probably more of a dramatic actor than a comedy actor.
I like the fact that he did bring a kind of lightness to the role though. He had a very tragic backstory, but I think because he just has such a youthful aura about him, I think it worked quite well.
Fair enough. Let me ask you another question.
Please do.
If you were a ghost, what's the first thing you'd do?
Oh, mate.
Let me rephrase that. Who's the first naked woman you'd spy on?
I would not do that. I'd go and spend the day with Kanye West just to see what he got up to.
Oh, jeez.
I think that would be brilliant.
If there's anyone capable of communicating with a ghost, it's him.
It is. So we'd probably get on really well.
How would you get to Kanye West? Would you get a ghost plane?
Well, this is it, isn't it? This is the physics. Could I get on a plane, or would I sit and then it would fly off and I'd sink to the floor?
Exactly.
Could I walk under the sea like the Pirates of the Caribbean ghosts
It would
do?
take you ages.
It would take me ages, but it would be worth it. He might be dead by the time I got
It's going to
to
say,
wherever he was. Calling you! Yeah, what about you? Who would you go and spy on?
Queen.
Oh, Eamonn. Oh, Eamonn.
Oh, God, those...
No! Can't put that in.
Why not?
Oh. No. Really? You'd waste your ghost time on that?
Well, I'm assuming ghost time is infinite, isn't it? You just do...
But yeah, I guess it is. It just means you have to get to these people in time.
Yeah, that's true. I'm pretty lazy at the best of times, so maybe I just stay where I am.
I'd definitely go to my funeral.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't be able to enjoy my own funeral. I'd be so cross at the people who didn't show up.
Yeah, I think you'd be disappointed.
Quality of the eulogies as well, if you're involved. Oh, great, here we go. You would use it as a showcase for your impressions.
That's right.
Imagine if Christopher Walken was bereaved. He'd say, sound a little something like this.
I would. That's exactly what I do. Eamonn, we're gonna miss you. I wish you'd come back. Yeah, that would be good. Al Pacino would get in there. I can't believe he's gone. I can't believe he's gone.
In fairness, if they were of that calibre, I wouldn't be too cross.
Good. Well, I'll start writing it now.
I can't make your funeral, unfortunately.
If you weren't there, I would haunt you hard.
But don't you think your ghost would find that funny if I didn't show up?
Actually, you got a point.
It'd be a hard sell to the rest of your family.
Yeah.
No, trust me. His ghost will love this.
I'd be in my ghost form, like crying with laughter.
You would, yeah.
It's funny, guys. It's funny.
Get it? Yeah.
And they're all just like, oh my God, he's such a scumbag. I can't believe it. I mean, how did you feel about Lucy, who lost her husband at the beginning of the film and then was romantically involved with Frank within a very short space of time?
Well, first of all, I thought it was Andy McDowell. I was just like, what's happened to Andy McDowell? Do you have like a Luke Skywalker type car crash and now she looks ever so slightly different?
That woman was quite beautiful. I don't think she wasn't like...
I'm not saying she was deformed, but you know how like... Okay, what was her name then? Like Renee Zellweger.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember she looked like one person and then went away, came back and looked like someone totally different?
She looked like a ballooned version of herself. This is not the same. Andy McDowell didn't get worse. She just looked completely different.
Yeah.
Like Mark Hamill and Renee Zellweger, they didn't come back and you thought, oh, they look different but good.
Well, that's pretty harsh. I thought Mark Hamill looked all right, but keep forgetting you hate people with disfigurements. Hate their guts. Yeah, I thought it was a bit rushed, and to sort of justify it, she went, oh, I knew this relationship wasn't working for a long time. But I think, if for nothing else than other for your public face, give it a bit of time.
Yeah.
You look like a scumbag.
Yeah, you really would. Have you seen Lucy? Yeah, she just lost her husband, and she's already shacked up with that psychic.
Have you ever noticed that men who become bereaved move on way quicker than women? Way quicker. You see it all the time. Men
need women, don't they?
I've had this conversation with my wife. I know it's morbid, but I was just like, I would never remarry. I had children now. I'm not going to go through all that again.
No.
Not that I'd have more children, but I'm not going to go through the whole another relationship. That's it.
You'd get on Tinder.
Oh.
You'd be swiping. Which way is good?
I cannot think of anything worse.
You're absolutely right. The idea of making that kind of effort in a relationship again. Oh.
If my kids would be like, Dad, why don't you get out there? I'd be like, no, I'm playing PlayStation. Leave me alone.
No, this bottle of whiskey and the new Call of Duty game has got my name written all over it.
That's my wife now.
Get yourself to bed.
This is my new wife.
Yeah. Anyway, hopefully that won't happen.
And on the flip side, I was amazed that Michael J. Fox's wife, then I was skipping on, but when he goes to heaven briefly, she's like, no, go back and bone that woman.
Yeah, that was pretty weird.
If it was my wife, I'd be like, go back and become a nun. You're never touching another man ever again.
Yeah.
Ever.
Go back and do not touch.
Yeah. Make the children your life.
It was quite weird, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He lost the love of his life in this tragic accident. And then he saw her and was like, oh yeah, I'll go back. Should I spend eternity with you or this other woman who I've just met who just lost her husband?
Literally just met. He moved on terrifyingly quick.
Oh, but she'll be waiting for me. Got a pretty sweet deal in the end, didn't he?
So he gets to shack up with Andy McDowell.
And then head back up.
But then what happens if they died in like the same time and they got to heaven? He'd be like, oh, I did tell my old wife that I'd be going with her now.
There's the dilemma for the sequel right there.
I would be curious to see how that panned out.
So would you choose your wife in heaven or the woman you just met a few weeks ago?
Yeah, I'm not doing this just to score brownie points, but I probably would choose... Actually, it depends. Well, it's difficult, isn't it? Because obviously we have children. So, I don't know. Why? What would you do?
Depends. Depends what she was like.
Yeah, great answer. No follow-ups required.
Obviously I'd stay in heaven.
Yeah.
It looked real nice.
It's a problem with heaven, though, isn't it? It always just looks cloudy. There's never any sort of detail.
Nah, that's just the front door.
Oh, is it?
You get in, it's banging.
Is it?
It's just like a big club. And that's fact. That's actual written fact.
Have you ever had a near-death experience?
I don't think I have. No, have you?
Yeah, I had one today.
What a coincidence.
Real lucky. I took a massive overdose of heroin and I almost died.
I thought you were able to judge your dose now.
I'm usually brilliant at that.
You're very good at moderating it.
Everyone else tells me, you're dead good at that.
Your Glaswegian friend.
Yeah, apparently Glaswegian. Yeah, but I messed it up. I was distracted. I was watching the Grand Prix and just watching Sebastian Vettel take a sweet corner.
Okay.
And my friend Winnie nudged my little bag and I put way too much heroin on my spoon.
Oh, God. I mean, it could have happened to anyone.
Yeah. But anyway, I almost died and had a little chat with Jesus and I came back.
All right. Oh, good.
He didn't say anything of note. It's not worth talking about, no.
Oh, okay. No, you're right.
We discussed the Middle East peace process at length. We made some headway, but I've forgotten most of it.
Yeah, well, you went through a lot, didn't you? Foggy, I imagine.
I was just cross about wasting half my heroin. That's what I was thinking about.
It's not cheap, is it?
No, it's like, yeah, Jesus, that's great. Park that thought. I'm still livid about all this heroin that I've lost.
You go back, young man. Enjoy your heroin.
Bring them this message. Not now, Jesus.
Wait, Yeah.
This is the cure for cancer. Shut up. Let me think.
Ah, Jesus. Maybe Jesus will write in.
Maybe.
Let's see. Yeah, and he was a con man, wasn't he, Frank? He was a con man.
I really like the concept. I think it's really, really high concept. Great idea.
Do you remember when you and me used to pull off those cons?
All the long cons we used to do.
It was the goose con, we used to call it.
Yeah.
The long goose con. Well, no, you must remember.
Yeah. Just remind me how that went. Yeah. Was that when we used an actual goose, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. We what we do is we'd wait until the dark of night and we'd put a load of geese on someone's roof.
Yeah.
And then in the morning they'd be like, "Oh no, there's a load of geese on my roof." And
Keep going.
And then they call us up.
And it's just like the fire brigade thing all over again. Finish it.
We'd leave a card.
That's right, covered in feathers.
We'd post a card through the door.
Yep.
Saying, "Have you got geese on your roof?" And then, they'd be like, "Oh, we better call these guys." And then we'd go up the next day and charge them an absolute fortune to get those geese off.
Yeah, that happened a lot.
You remember that?
I remember that con, the long goose con.
The long goose con. It's what the film Ocean's 13 was based on.
Yeah, the long goose con.
Yeah, long goose con.
Did you recognise Patricia Bradley, Bartlett's lover? Do you recognise her?
She is the mother from E.T.
Yeah.
And that is why she was chosen.
Is it?
Yeah. They wanted someone who was very sweet to play Patricia so that we wouldn't see the switch coming.
Totally bought it.
And she went full on at the end.
She looked super crazy and it really worked as well.
Yeah, she was a proper psycho. I mean, Jake Busey, he grew up with his dad.
Yeah.
So I guess he didn't have to go far to find the psycho inside of him.
That's right, yeah. That character is a toned down version of his dad.
Pretty much. That was all quite unsettling because they were obsessed with serial killers. Mm-hmm. Like proper serial killers.
Yeah, I don't think you could do that these days. The constant references
I don't think you could either. And there's that part at the end where he has the flashbacks of the actual psychiatric hospital massacre, doesn't he?
And again, I don't think you could put something, I think, anything with featuring a mass shooting, I'm not sure you could really get away fictionalising and putting in an entertainment film because it happens so often.
I agree. And it didn't hold back. It got dark.
In a weird way, I think that kind of dates it because there's so much of that stuff now you just wouldn't do as a filmmaker. You just can't do it,
Yeah. Interesting.
Food for thought.
Food for thought.
Yeah, you're welcome for that little bit of actual discussion there. It's taken 30 episodes.
It's no long goose con, is it? But
it's all part of our long goose con. That'll pay off at the end.
Yeah, you'll see. Well, no,
You'll see.
You won't see.
It won't. You won't see.
Until it... Oh!
Until you wake up in bed tomorrow with a goose just staring at you and then goes...
Yeah, that's right.
That's right.
You know.
And then you'll be like, oh, all part of the long goose con. And is the con long or is it the goose that's long?
It's the con.
Okay, so regular goose, long con.
I don't know where you'd find a long goose.
I don't know where you find a long goose.
Well, if anyone knows, let us know.
Yeah, let us know. If you're a goose farmer specialising in long geese, let us know.
Okay. All right. So, Eamonn, would you flush this movie down the toilet like a pesky poltergeist?
Yeah.
Or would you fish it out like a happy little ghost which would follow you around and, I don't know, iron your sheets or something?
I preferred the first half of this film, I think, or the first 2/3.
Yeah.
I really love the concept, and I think the balance between comedy and horror was great. Don't think the ending was bad. I just don't think it was quite as strong as the rest of it.
Yeah.
But I'll always give ambitious films a chance. You know, and this was really ambitious, and just trying to contextualize it in terms of the date it was made. These effects were like cutting edge, and they did it on what was really a shoestring. So yeah, I think I would fish this out.
You hit the nail on the head there. I'm also a fan of films that just throw everything out there.
Yeah.
Not all of it sticks, but I really enjoyed watching it.
Yeah.
I didn't remember it that well, and I thoroughly enjoyed it.
And it was spooky.
It was spooky. So yeah, I would fish it out too.
Hey.
Which means...
Oh, man.
It's going in the tank.
What? Okay, so...
Only 5 movies can rest and bob in our tank of glory. And currently, the films are...
7.
Yeah.
Brawl in Cell Block 99.
Yeah.
Midnight Run.
Yeah.
The Babadook.
Okay.
And No Time to Die. But that gets a pass, because that was the last one in. So our choice is... 7, Brawl in Cell Block 99, Midnight Run or Babadook? Keep your damn hands off Midnight Run. That's going nowhere.
Out of those films, the one that I rewatched and was the least impressed with was 7.
Yeah, I'd have to concur.
All right. Bye, 7.
Aw.
Bye, Kevin Spacey. So that means that The Frighteners is now in the tank of glory.
Woo!
Okay, Eamonn, do you want to put it in the tank of glory?
With great pleasure.
Go ahead.
Just get the special tongs.
Hey, it's in.
There it goes.
It is in. Terrific. So that was The Frighteners. The Frighteners. And now it's time for this week's Top 5.
Ooh.
Top 5. In which myself and Eamonn will attempt to guess each other's film choices based on the theme. And the winner gets to choose the next film. And the loser has to do a risky forfeit. And this week's theme is movie couples.
Oh.
And we said they have to be romantically involved. So it's not like duos, it's couples.
So, for example, you couldn't have like Turner and Hooch
But,
unless old Turner was giving Hooch a different kind of bone. If you know what I'm saying.
don't know.
A dog. He was a dog.
I still don't get it. So, Eamonn, I lost last week.
Yeah.
So I get the first guess.
Uh-huh.
This is quite hard.
I found this quite tricky, yeah.
I don't know what you would have picked. I'm going to go with this. Adrian and Rocky from Rocky.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Boom. Nice one. I'm going to choose one for you now. Jerry and Dorothy from Jerry Maguire.
Yeah!
Oh.
Well done.
Nice.
How did you guess that?
So I know you like that film,
I do like that film.
and I know you like Tom Cruise.
I like him as an actor. The characters he plays are great. He's a psycho.
He is. As we have edited this out, but I'm convinced he's murdered someone. Anyway, let's move on.
I'm going to say Sally and Harry from When Harry Met Sally.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're vibing.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah.
Brilliant, really funny story.
Yeah.
And I love that diner scene where she has a heart attack.
That's right.
It's heartbreaking.
That's right.
You remember? She's like... and then she kind of... The paramedics are like, clear! And they get those jumper things. Give me 20 cc's of Thovaline. Stat.
Yeah. Of Bovril?
Yeah, I don't know what they give her.
Yeah.
But she almost dies. She almost dies in that scene.
She does, and she's in such pain, isn't she?
Massive heart attack. Yeah. She's trying to go, I get my pills. My pills in my bag. Like that. Oh, harrowing. Okay, double here. Rick and Ilsa from Casablanca.
I didn't pick them.
Oh.
I didn't pick them.
Oh, okay. Right, if you get this, you win.
Rose and Jack from Titanic?
No.
Oh.
No.
I know you like the films of James Cameron.
I do.
Okay, can you snatch this back?
I'm going to say Han and Leia.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No doubt. No doubt. Particularly the scene where he gets put in that carbonite. I love you. I know. It doesn't get much better than that, does it?
I love you. Shut up. And he's frozen in carbonate with like a real cross, like, off look on his face.
Oh, so what is it? Sudden death?
Sudden death.
All right. How about this one? Wesley and Buttercup from The Princess Bride?
No, it's on my long list,
Oh.
but didn't make the final cut. I'll say Neo and Trinity from The Matrix.
No. No.
Oh, go on then.
Baby and Johnny from Dirty Dancing?
No.
No?
No.
It's a great couple.
They are
been
good,
on my
but
long list.
it's not my thing. If I don't get this, then we have to go on the number of duplicates.
Okay.
Which will mean you win.
All right. Go on then.
Okay. I'm going to say Peter Parker and Mary Jane.
Mary Jane, no. They have a nice kiss, but Kirsten Dunst, she's quite annoying.
So that means you win.
I done a win. It got technical. It did get technical.
It did. We can't go on all night.
There's a lot of choices.
We do 2 rounds of sudden death, and after that it comes down to
That's right. No
whoever
messing.
used the fewest duplicates.
Okay. I done a win. Okay.
So Ben did the win.
I won. The people trafficker always wins.
They do, I'm afraid.
I don't traffic people. Why has that become a thing? Jesus Christ. Okay, good. So, what were your choices?
So yeah, I had Harry Burns and Sally Albright from When Harry Met Sally, Rick and Ilsa from Casablanca, Adrian and Rocky from Rocky. I was conflicted about this one, but I had Annie and Alvy from Annie Hall.
Okay.
I love that film, but Woody Allen is troubling.
He is troubling, yeah.
But actually, Diane Keaton is brilliant.
She is.
He is not a good actor. It's mainly because of her. And then last, I'm surprised you didn't get this after our conversation earlier, Mia and Sebastian from La La Land, Ryan Gosling.
I didn't know you were a La La Land fan.
It's the only musical that I like. I think it's brilliant.
I really like it too.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Right, go on then.
You can
What were yours?
bring it. Okay, so I had Jerry Maguire and Dorothy. I had Leia and Han. I had Clarence and Alabama from True Romance. I didn't guess that one.
Nuts! I should have said that, yeah.
Yeah, you missed one there. I had Noah and Ali from The Notebook, which I hate to admit, but Gosling and Rachel
again.
McAdams, ridiculous chemistry.
Who was the other one then?
Oh, Ennis and Jack from Brokeback Mountain.
You're so woke.
I love it.
You said it made you feel sick.
It's very funny, Eamonn. That's very funny. No, I think Brokeback Mountain is a brilliant film, and very, very, very sad.
It's very sad. Yeah,
Very sad.
I've not watched it again because I felt so sad.
Yeah,
I don't like watching sad films over
It's
and
a
over
great,
again.
it's a great movie. So yeah, those are mine. All right, cool. Okay, so this week, Eamon, your forfeit, much like one of the scenes from The Frighteners, in which ancient Egyptian artifacts are destroyed by police officers, is to trash a museum.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, so better luck with that, and good luck in dealing with the costs.
And last week, Ben, after we watched Ghostbusters, you had to become a ghost, didn't you?
I did.
You had to die and become a ghost.
That's right, and this is what happened. So this week I have to become a ghost. I've been thinking a lot about how I'm going to die, and I thought if my wife died, I don't think I'd want to live in our family home anymore, because there would be too many memories. So I've turned the gas on in my house, and I'm going to blow myself up and take the house with me. I think it's what she'd want. So here we go. That was surprisingly painless. Don't think it will be an open coffin at my funeral, but it did work very well. And now I'm standing/floating outside Television City in Los Angeles, where I'm going to haunt someone that we've mentioned quite a lot on the show.
Thanks so much for watching. Tomorrow night we have a big show. Mila Kunis and Jim Parsons.
I think I'll start by just giving him a tap on the shoulder.
Sam Smith. Oh my God! Oh my God! What's going on? Oh, that was terrifying. Don't do that.
Well, that really freaked him out. He is on edge. I think I'm going to turn things up now by trying to glide through him.
I'm sorry that I shouted. I'm sorry I shouted. Oh my God! Pack it in. I don't want to get angry. Are you done now? Are you done? Are you done with the prank?
Yeah, now I think I'll appear in the audience and then disappear again.
Okay, I don't like being scared. You know that, Reg. Right, what's that? What's happened now? What's going on? Will someone talk to me? What's that noise? Is there anyone around?
Brilliant. And finally, I'm going to project a really awful image into his head. Something like James working as a plumber in Basingstoke. He'd hate that.
Is this you, Reggie? Reg, is that you? Is that you, Reg?
James, Great. Well, I think my work here is done. Now I just need to figure out how to be alive again, which I think will be pretty easy. So, yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yes, it was. Yes,
Good.
It was.
I mean, this is the kind of snappy repartee that people listen to this podcast in their ones.
Oh, interesting. Yes, it was interesting.
Yeah.
So in the next episode, it's Christmas.
Yay.
It's Christmas. So we're going to watch a classic Christmas movie, 1992's Batman Returns.
Yeah.
With Michael Keaton as Batman. And also starring Christopher Walken as Max Schreck, Santa Claus, Fred Night. So that's going to be fun.
Yeah. Didn't realise that was a Christmas film, so...
Yeah, it's all up in Christmas. Well, on that note, have a wonderful week, day, whatever you're doing. Hope you're safe. Hope you're well.
Yeah.
Hope you're happy. And if you're not, well, maybe you will be soon.
That's about as positive as you can get these days.
Yeah,
maybe you will be soon.
And I'm not saying you will be.
There's no promise in that.
Oh, okay, I'll go with this. Hopefully you'll feel something other than sadness quite soon. Is that better?
Pretty cheerful, yeah.
Yeah. Oh. That's what Christmas spirit's all about.
Yeah.
Eamon, send us down the road. Pack in.
Keep flushing.
Pack in.